Hey, this is Full Game Prometheus, the only YouTuber that shows you full games of all the tips and schemes I post on my channel. I'll show you the good, the bad, and the ugliest. Guys, this is more full gameplay that I'm going to be rolling with. Run and shoot is my playbook. I'll be using the Arizona Cardinals going against a guy that runs with the Eagles. I'm also going to be using 34, a very aggressive blitz. Didn't get my defense set up correctly right here, and he's able to go ahead and get past my defenders and take off for a one-play touchdown from the very beginning. Not a good situation. I probably should have paused the game because I was still trying to make adjustments with my defense to get it set up exactly the way I wanted, and as a result, he's able to go ahead and get a one-play touchdown. I actually forced the ball to Larry Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is not a very fast receiver. He's got 83 speed. I actually got all my speed on the opposite side of the field, but because he actually has good route running, he's got very good catch in traffic, he's able to come down with that ball. Now, my opponent was running a lot of man defenses. He's running a lot of cover 2 man. He's also running a lot of cover 1 man defenses, something I don't normally see a lot online. So I was a little bit surprised with it, and because he was running a lot of cover 2 man, I couldn't depend on the streaks on the sidelines to go and beat his defender. So I tried to hit him underneath a lot with like a little route. So you're going to see me making adjustments to this guy's defense, and eventually I just start really moving the ball fairly effectively against him. So this route by Bird should beat man coverage, but for some particular reason he wasn't getting past that defensive back. So right here, I got a slant with Bird. On the inside, I've got a deep post on the backside. He actually follows. He actually comes up and almost baits me into the deep post on the backside, and as a result, I end up getting a coverage sack right there. So this is a formation I'll be showing a little bit later on in my breakdowns on my channel and my patrons. But he's running so much man coverage. He took his guys off coverage. I'm going to do a deep out on the left-hand side, and I've also got a cross on the right side. Deep out doesn't get covered. Able to get an easy first down right there. Keep the chains moving. So 1:20 left in the first quarter. So back at it again. He's only got 5 guys in the box. So I'm going to go ahead and try to run the ball with a little dive right up the middle. That's a part of the scheme. And right here, I'm doing a smash concept. I actually drag up Fitzgerald because I wanted to get him across the formation. The corner route is open. Possession catch it, come down with it inbounds to keep the chains moving. So just working this guy's man coverage. He's using the press. I'm not going to be able to go ahead and get these guys over the top. Right here, I'm looking to the slant, on the back slant, actually wide open. You see Fitzgerald actually blew past his guy as far as route running. He didn't get really crazy separation, but I'll go ahead and take that. And right here, I do a little stick combination right here, drop it down into the end zone, and go with a tied score right there in that situation. So back on defense, my opponent decides to run the ball right up the middle. I'm going to bring about 8 guys down to the box and try to run this cover 2 shell defense. But this guy was actually quick snapping. He threw in a screen play, got a nice blocking right there. I actually got myself out of position, so that was actually a good call. This guy had a very simple scheme, nothing spectacular, but he made fairly good reads and fairly good decisions on offense. On defense, he really depended on that man coverage to try to bail him out of his coverages right here. So right here, actually, he tries to take it to the sideline. He goes right into my defensive back. 2nd and 7 situation. I hit him with basically a cover 4 blitz. It messes up his reads a little bit. And actually, I was sending 8 people right there, and he brought a running back out. So the one thing, the way I run my defense is that it forces you to block more people. Let's see, actually, he does not block anybody. I get a nice little coverage sack because I actually got a cover 4 shell right there. And fortunately for me, he settles for 3, puts me in a situation where if I can tie up the game or go up by a score, I'm getting the ball in the second half. So I want to be ultra conservative, but I also want to go ahead and try to use this clock as much as possible. So right here, I go into this pistol spread formation. I've got a smash concept off to the left to beat cover 2. I've also got an out, but I take the guy over the middle because he pulls his defender out of the middle of the field, and I get the ball down to the 50. So I'm about 10 yards out from field goal range right here. Right here is a bad pass. I actually threw it to the crosser, threw it a little bit earlier. Probably should have took off the quarterback because I have some speed and some good legs with my quarterback. Right here, a little hitch gets covered up. I got a hitch on the backside because he was using so much man coverage. I'm able to go and pop that. And here's a crosser. He actually chases. He doesn't chase it, and as a result, Bird's able to go ahead and get the ball down there. Try a little shake and bake, get the ball down in a 13-yard line, and basically go ahead and take it for another first down. So right here, get the ball with a nice little inside dive play down there, and he's burning another timeout. So what I'm thinking right now is I do not want to give this guy any opportunity to get the ball back and get any kind of a fluky play against this defense. So I'm just going to go and chew the clock. Worst case scenario is I settle for 3, but as long as he doesn't have any, this guy had very poor clock management. I'm not going to give this guy any kind of an opportunity to get the ball back. So go for another dive play right up the middle. Get it down to the 1-yard line. Go with goal line. Flip the ball off to the left-hand side because he was using this guy off to the right. But actually, his guy comes down. I should have took the inside cut, and as a result, I'm going to go ahead and settle for the 3 points and tie it up with no time left in the first half. So playing smart football. This game's all about possessions. Even if you feel like you're a better player than your opponent, you want to go ahead and make sure you don't throw away any kind of garbage games. Post route's wide open. Based on my reads, what I've seen with this coverage, so I'm able to go and hit the ball right down the middle of the field. Got an in off the left-hand side. I've also got that little shake and bake. But the shake and bake wasn't, that little angle route wasn't getting the release I was looking for. I was hoping to get better release. I don't know what the defensive back was over there on that particular wide receiver, but he was pretty much tearing me up, taking away one of my man beaters. So right here, go with a nice little drop or an inside dive play. I'm able to go and switch that off. Now I go back to the spot route with the slant over the middle. I'm going to go look the slant. He chases it and then peels off, but I go ahead and make sure I stay with my reads, and that slant was basically naked on the back end side. So 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. I'm going to streak up my one guy. He's shown me a cover 2 shell, and he chases the one guy, then comes down. I'm able to go and hit him on the back of the end zone with my guy and then go up a score. So 17-10 right here. In this type of situation, he runs the ball out of this pistol formation. I think he goes in no huddle. Right here, he's got basically a bunch set off to the left, and basically pistol formation hits me with another screenplay. And my defenders, he actually just spoofed me. I got one of the worst users in the game, and it is one of my weaknesses in my game, and that's why I probably can't play competitively because you're gonna have to have really, really good user skills to play at a competitive level. So right here, once again, roll my safeties down. Gonna go ahead and show the blitz. My one defender actually slides over. And manning up one guy actually hits a little underneath route, which is kind of, it looked like a spot route, and that was actually a good call right there. So first and 10 situation, he no huddles again. He's got basically the pitch off to the left. I try to get out there. I cut it off. He actually goes right into my user, and I'm able to go and get him in a second and 2 situation. He throws right at my user. I'm out of position, and he actually takes the ball into the end zone. So this guy was definitely risking it because he actually threw at my user and got away with one right there. So right here, he makes an adjustment. He pulls his guys off right here, and I go ahead and do a hot routed out route on the right hand side, and right here I'm going to go and pop that out route because if he's going to give it to me, I'm going to go ahead and take it. So move the chains, get a first down. Now I'm going to go back to the outs play right here. I've got a drag and I've got a little hitch route. Probably should have thrown this hitch a little bit earlier. The ball releases. I try to rack it, but I'm able to pick up, I think, like 6 yards right there. So that just keeps him guessing. I've got an out route off the left-hand side, and then I go and jump into the dive because he's got a weak box. He's only got a few people right there, and I try to go ahead and cut it up past his user, but I'm not able to do that. So 3rd and 2 situation, go back to the slant with Bird. Basically looking at this, and I think I look at the box right here. Actually, I've got an out on the back end side. I'm able to go and hit him with the out because this man was off coverage and he was running so much man coverage right there. So because this guy wasn't jumping into other types of coverages, I'm able to go and chew him up with basically all the routes that I know are man beaters. So right here, a little angle route. I actually got a free release, but there was a spy over there, so I hit the deep comeback route and actually get a first down. So 4 minutes left in the half. I'm going to try to chew as much clock as possible, go up by a field goal, preferably a touchdown, force this guy to use all of his timeouts, go with a little dive play right up the middle of the field, and actually go ahead and get a first down right down at the 20-yard line. And then right here, I got a 1st and 10 situation, and I'm going to just do the comeback route on the left-hand side. Look off to the left. He goes after the trip set, and the comeback route is wide open for an easy completion. So I'm just milking his clock as much as possible, and he's actually taking timeouts early. Why he's taking timeouts this early is beyond me. I think he should be saving them. That's pretty poor clock management. Do a nice little dive play right there. Get the ball down. Third situation. Do a little hitch in the end zone. Able to go up by another score. So 24-17. He actually tries a little run off the left, takes the clock down to a 2-minute warning. Once again, I've got basically the blitz set up. Actually, he does not make a fast read, and as a result, I'm going to go and sack him. 3rd and 16 situation, come with the blitz again. He gets a nice little completion, but short by a yard or so. He no huddles. 4th and inches. I stay in cover 2 because I'm assuming he's going to try to hit me over the middle, and as a result, I get a nice little sack by my defensive end to come in and actually get him. So that's it. Basically, the guy quits out after that. I'm able to go and pick up a win against this opponent with this run and shoot playbook. So once again, to my subscribers, thanks for your support. I'll be rolling out more gameplay and tips on the channel. Until next time.